Beard Laws Podcast, episode 86. Beards, booze, baseball, dudes, beef jerky. I don't know. Who knows? I know that the 12th, 2 more days, is National Beef Jerky Day. And I know Bearded Boy's Beef Jerky is super excited because he even said 2 more days until National Beef Jerky Day. Woo. I don't know who Woo is, but he's super excited to say it.
Beef jerky time.
Oh, did you guys hear that? That's right. We might even have some special news for the first time in a little bit by, well, you know who. Brandon J. McDermott and the Beard Bros back, and of course, Logan's here. We're gonna talk, like I said, we're gonna get into some news. We're gonna talk about a beer that the Beard Bro hinted at last week, and then we are gonna get into the whiskey of the week, and we have some cool stories, maybe even about the Beard Bro being a dumbass this week. Stay tuned. And he even said, "Hey-o," or something like that. Let's do the intro.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Oh, look at us. We even got this cool little green screen, but not like a green screen, but just a screen that has some green because, well, you know, they say it's legal in most states. But it's also because it's baseball, so congratulations to the Hubleton Central Bulldogs. The baseball and the softball team both advance tonight, 6/10/2021. Sounds like the Lady Bulldogs came from behind in some dramatic fashion. And go ahead, tell us about it. How about the play you just told me about?
Oh, all right. So, softball down by 4, going to the bottom of the 7th. Tie it up. My sister's the head coach. She decides to call a delayed steal with 2 outs in a tie game. Girl goes. She's got it. Catcher's got it. They throw to the catcher. Catcher catches it. Girl would be safe if she just finished. She stopped before she gets to home. Gets herself in a rundown and luckily ends up scoring. Boom, they win the game, playing for the Section 10 championship on Saturday. Our team won 18-8. Some of it was a really good game, 1 bad inning, but we also play for the championship on Saturday. Good things.
Very good things. And, you know, Matt said you guys came from behind, and I always agree coming from behind is the way to go.
It is. It is. Sometimes it's a great thing. Sometimes you get there a little too fast, but hey, it is what it is. So well played. And that's funny. I am very surprised that I was able to say that without giggling. And I'm glad that you called it out. Mama Gonna Snap. She just subscribed for 4 months in a row. And that's like a snake or a dinosaur eating a walnut, I think.
I'm going with a velociraptor and a walnut.
Mama Gonna Snap. I appreciate you. And you guys, you know what else I appreciate? This cool little custom Funko Pop that Mama Gonna Snap made. Just an amazing, amazing person. Make sure you guys go follow her on Twitch, Mama Gonna Snap, right there. Go give her a follow. Does some great things. Has a lot of fun. Great community. So go show her some love. OM goodness. You are too good to me. You are too good to not only me, but the Beard Laws show. And yeah, that's not a great thing in prison. Well, that's again, you know, up to the discretion.
Depends on
what you're into.
What prison and what where you are in prison.
Yeah, can we please get the Montreal Expos to be a team again?
Yes.
Shout
out Squeaksbeard.
Yeah, that would. Yep. So so we are going to start it off with something that we haven't done in a little bit, and I'm super excited about, but we're going to do it at 9:05, just because we're going to just start saying 9:05, maybe 9:07. We'll figure a time. 9:04 just doesn't seem right. So what we'll do is, it's Thursday, a little bit of a dude talk, but ladies, you're obviously so welcome here. We're going to come up with a cool name. So if anybody has some cool names for what we want to talk, what we want to call this, just let us know in the chat. Shout out to everybody on the Talking Beards Network. Their main show with Scott and Aaron is every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Absolutely amazing. They had some cool breaking news, so go rewatch that. We're part of the Talking Beards Network that is now on YouTube. I'm super excited for all of us to be a part of it. And for anybody that doesn't know, we kind of skipped the intros. I'm Matt with Beard Laws. That's Logan, Beard Laws 2. That is the one, the only Brandon J. McDermott, the coolest voice in the entire planet. And the Beard Bro, who we're super excited to be doing this collab with. And he's super excited to be here. Look at him. And we're super excited to have him. And yeah, Canada has baseball again. Yeah, Cleveland's getting a new team. Yeah. Anyways, we talked about that last week. And if anybody wants to hear about it, Go check it out.
Check it out.
And we got
Hey,
some cool
let's-
baseball news towards the end of the show. We want to really get into the Brandon J. McDermott news because it's always a great time. And we're going to talk about some beer again that the Beard Bro hinted about last week. And then we're going to get into the whiskey of the week.
What's the greatest song in the world?
Tribute.
No, that's the greatest song in the world.
Song sound. Oh, the mystery beer.
Mystery beer.
Jim, what's up? Matt Tynan says, what's up?
That's actually how he talks.
I know, it's funny. But apparently he shaved his beard off. So he's, I don't know what's going on with all of, Logan did it. Tynan did it. Everybody else. Yeah.
Why?
How do you say that again?
Why did you switch languages all of a sudden? I can't understand a word you're saying about shaving something else.
Well, how did you say that again? Lakida?
Oh.
What? How,
Yakida. No,
Lakida.
Yakida. Yakida. It's with a Y. Yakida.
Lakida. Okay, yeah, Yakida. All right, Brandon, are you ready for the 906 news segment?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Let's go.
Do it.
Oh, no intros. Oh, okay. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm just joking. I'm ready.
I was gonna do the intro. Oh,
That's
hold on. No. Now I'm gonna do it. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna
Let's
do
roll.
the thing. We're gonna find the thing, and then we're gonna do the thing.
All right. It's 9:07 Central. I'm Brandon McDermott. It's 9:07 Eastern, 8:07 Central. I'm Brandon McDermott. This is Beard Laws News. A man and a young partner in crime are being accused of stealing large amounts of Pop-Tarts, milk, cheese sticks, applesauce, and other items from an elementary school in North Carolina. Among the items stolen or recovered were 89 packages of Pop-Tarts, 38 cartons of milk, 42 packages of cheese sticks, 11 containers of strawberry applesauce, 2 cartons of orange juice, and 6 compound bows used by the school's archery program. A 6-pack of crackers stolen from the school had already been consumed. They were arrested and charged with breaking and entering and larceny. They received a $1,000 unsecured bond. And I'll tell you this, if it were me and I had 30 minutes, you'd never have found the evidence. I would have eaten all those Pop-Tarts. Wrapped. Members of the Palm Coast City Council in Florida this week voted on abolishing so-called difficult citizen list. That's the list originally created to protect city workers from residents whom the city deemed difficult or threatening to work with. The existence of the list surprised many of the residents, especially those who were on the list. I've heard of being on the Santa's naughty list, but Logan, I think you need to check to make sure you're not on your local city's naughty list for that stunt you pulled during last summer's chili feed and beard contest. Oh, I remember. A routine search of a South Texas beach turned up an unusual find, an American alligator. The gator is thought to be from Louisiana. That's right. That's how you pronounce it down there. And it washed ashore and was discovered by members of the National Park Service's Turtle Squad. Who knew that existed? But they were looking for sea turtles, not T-turtles. There's no such thing as T-turtles. One theory of how the gator arrived from Louisiana to the Texas beach is weather-related. Recent flooding may have washed the gator to sea where it became disoriented. It is Texas, and I'm surprised they released him back into the wild instead of turning him into a barbecue brisket.
Ooh.
Move over non-fungible tokens. An Italian artist recently sold his latest invisible sculpture, a work titled I Am. Well, it isn't. The art does not exist, except in the imagination of the artist. The man says the sculpture may be displayed in any light, since it's not there. If a buyer comes forward for the price and the piece, they'll get a stamped certificate in exchange for payment of $18,000, assuming they can't just imagine that they paid for it. And here I am, just curious if the artist took out insurance on the piece of invisible art, worried that it might be stolen. And finishing off the Beard Laws News segment tonight, Wednesday morning, there was a magnitude 2.4 quake, an earthquake, which struck South Jersey. It was around 8 a.m. The U.S. Geological Survey said that it's believed to have caused several dollars in damage. For Beard Laws News, I'm Brandon McDermott.
Absolutely
That was
nailed it
brilliant.
again. Guys, Brandon J. McDermott, follow him on all the social medias. You guys know the deal. And for anybody that is just listening to the podcast only, probably the best 5 to 4 minutes, maybe 4.5 minutes of this podcast when you just get to listen to the greatest news person in the world.
Thank you. Can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
For those of you in the know, and we've talked about it on the show over the last several weeks, I quit being a reporter and just have focused on being a radio host now, and took a different job in a different state. That's the first time I was able to be a reporter again in 2 months, and that was fun.
Yeah,
I don't have
you
to worry
can see
about
the
the
excitement.
seriousness of it. I can be goofy, so that was good.
No, it's good to have you back, man, and it's good to still have that passion and keep those skills up to date.
Is it weird that I can see your goosebumps through your shirt?
Those aren't goosebumps.
Oh yeah, and that was I was supposed to do that too. Beard Laws News with Brendan J. McDermott.
Right, well, there it is.
There it is.
You got to.
There it
You're good.
is. Yeah. Shout out to Finlay Hats. Use code BeardLaws. Pretty sure, if not pay full price. Some of the greatest hats in the entire planet. All right, I'm a huge fan of them. You got some back there, obviously, and there's potentially going to be a collab with Finlay Hats and Beard Laws, so make sure you guys start saving your pennies now. We got 100 of them to sell, and it's going to be absolutely amazing, and it's been an absolute pleasure working with Dylan and the boys, and Logan's got himself a Finlay hat that we picked out last week. Kind of forgot about it. I think we had too many beverages, but that happens on Thursday. But it's I got an email that said, woohoo, your shipment's on the way. So make sure you guys check them out, finlayhats.com. And what's really cool about it is they do limited edition hats that are released 7 p.m. every that's Pacific time, which, if you guys want to do time zone math, go for it. But they're really every Friday. And here's a couple of the cool little hats that they do have. And like I said, save your pennies. There is a cool collab coming. And these hats are just absolutely amazing. And I'm super excited to get Logan in his first Finlay hat so he can be a part of the Finlay force. Oh, it's a good thing you got it.
Yeah. I probably bought the last one.
It was the final batch of 12. And that's, spoiler alert, that's the one Logan got.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it was between the Goo Man and the Finlay Shanties, and we decided that was more Loganish. I really like this dark fish right here,
Dude, that dark fish looks awesome,
doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's got I'm not a huge like leather patch guy on a hat, but that looks awesome. What's really cool too, you got the mystery boxes, and they load them. Absolutely load them up. I bought one last week. Don't remember which one it was, so it's going to be a cool little surprise. But check them out, finlayhats.com. And what's really cool is Mama Gonna Snap's going to be going live on Twitch. So if anybody's over on Twitch, make sure you get on there. Here's her Twitch. Go show her some love. And right there, go show her some love.
There it is.
She's going to be live. She said it's a super scary live. So, hey, Matt,
Ooh.
I'll offer to sponsor a giveaway. Oof, your collab. Email me. All right, yeah, shoot me a message on the Instagram and stop using text-to-speech. Not just kidding. But no, that would be absolutely awesome. And yeah, Nick, I hope everything goes well on Monday as well. Oh, yeah, and CT is now part of the Finlay Force. I saw your tickety-talk where you busted out, threw the hat you had on, slapped on the new Finlay. It's a good look. It looks great. So hopefully you use code BeardLaws.
Anything could help CT.
Yes, he definitely.
Anything.
Definitely does need the help. So what do you say? Last week, the Beard Bro hinted at a beer. So let's go ahead. Let's talk about this beer. We can't wait anymore. And let's talk about it.
So yeah, hey, fantastic. I don't have a fancy intro, so maybe I can just do like the
not yet.
Anyways, yeah, right. But last week I talked about the BDCS. It is the Bourbon Double Cream Stout, and that is from Ozark Beer Company here in Rogers, Arkansas. And I have not opened any yet, and so tonight I figured, you know what? Why not, guys? Let's do this thing. If I'm the Beard Bro, then if you hadn't caught the wrong spelling of beard yet, then well, that's on you. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this here. With using this glass here from my wonderful friends over at Bentonville Brewing Company. It's the perfect mashup. If you're familiar with the Northwest Arkansas region, it's kind of like Bentonville versus Rogers nonstop. So it's a Bentonville glass. It's a Rogers beer.
Who battles Mr. Rogers? Nobody.
Right? So, look at this. Look at this, guys.
Look at this. Baby. So that is obviously a stout, an American Imperial stout.
Yeah.
And it is actually ranked number 49.
Nice.
Fantastic. See, you've been doing your homework too, man.
And it has, did you know that the world-class score, do you know what the world-class score is on this?
Let's see here.
by Beer. For anybody that doesn't know, for the Beer Advocate, not Beard. Beer Advocate is a great place to discover beers, see ratings, rank them yourself. And guess what this score is? I want you to sip it, and I want you to tell us what your score is, and then I'm going to tell you what that score is.
Is it
On a scale of what?
I'm guessing 1 through 100.
All right, 1 through 100.
All right,
So whenever you smell this beer, first of all, if you're not familiar with how to drink a good stout, honestly, the same applies to whiskey and everything else. But you want to smell it first. You got to take it in, kind of the essence there. I'm actually drinking from a goblet glass here, so then that way you get that nice full smell. But it smells very chocolatey.
I just smell Theo over here.
Yeah.
And dirty feet.
It's hot outside.
My feet stink.
No, I tell you what, though, guys. So this beer is it's fantastic. It's got this nice chocolatey note to it. It's not like a chocolate syrup. It's got that kind of a smell to it, but it's not that crazy sugary. It does have a little bit of a sweet, sourish kind of. I've been drinking a rum and coke up until this point, so I know that's influencing a little bit. But otherwise, it's fantastic. And I will say, they do this beer every single year, and it is only sold in cans, and it is only available here in the Northwest Arkansas region. People have driven in from states around. I'll tell you what, like
Wild.
5, 6, 7, 8 hours. People have driven in. They'll make a weekend of it, come to this region. We got some great touristy stuff around here, but they'll plan a trip specifically around their time to pick this beer up. And so a good friend of mine actually wonderfully gifted me. I think I mentioned it on the last show too, but he gifted me a can of 18, 19, and 220s as a new housewarming gift. So
That sounds like Peyton Manning calling out an audible.
right,
18.
right.
19, Omaha, Ozark, beer, 20,
Whiskey,
21,
beer.
go. Hut.
What's
But
the,
yeah, I wanted to share that with you guys because that was my very first experience with the BDCS 2021.
So what would you rate it?
And,
1 through 100?
What's the
1 through 100. I would say this one would easily be an 89, maybe a 90. I would say I've had a couple others. Mother's, Mater Familias. I don't know if you're familiar with Mother's Brewing out of Springfield, Missouri. They have a Mater Familias, which is really good. I would also put this right in that same category as that. Dark, rich. It's kind of like LeBron James. Hey-o! But anyways, he's amazing, folks.
Yeah, he's so good.
Regardless
how
of
with
his
you,
personal
LeBron?
views.
Trying to buy Taco Tuesday.
So wait a minute,
or patent Taco Tuesday.
your beer wines?
Yeah. The
Is
beer
your beer
wine.
crying?
Is your beer
Beer?
crying right now?
So this is actually a score, which is a 99 world class, according to
Ooh.
Beer Advocate, and it is
Okay.
ranked 181 of all of the beers in the entire world.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean,
That
that's
is impressive.
Yeah, it's
There's
pretty
a lot
good.
of
Top
beer.
200, and it is it's an ABV of 10.2. So
Yes,
this
it
is a beer that you don't want to drink too many. But as far as the stout, American Imperial Ale category, it is ranked 49th. So it is top 50 in the stout American Imperial. So just 287 people want that beer, and 63 of them gots. They put wants and gots on there. So
Wants
you
and
can mark
gots.
yourself as a gots, the Beard Bro.
Throw me on the gut.
And I think Brandon's tea is almost as dark as that.
Almost.
Yes.
I will say, in the world of beer, speaking of people who got beer, I'm going to add to Brandon's segment really quick here and just say the folks of Texas can now finally rejoice because Yuengling has announced this week their actual arrival date and the sale date of Yuengling in Texas. So they've got that coming up on August 23rd, which is a Monday. I would imagine that people are going to be calling out sick that day just to stand in line for some Yuengling beer. You can almost hear the Texas folks, clinking glasses with the
Cling.
Pennsylvania folks and
shooting guns in the air, pew 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 pew, like that.
they
So
do that.
super excited.
It is Texas, so
Yeah.
we'll give them that.
And
But,
so in I think in Texas, they're also going to hand out a gun with every purchase of Yingling in certain stores. Don't quote me on that. It's just what I heard.
Buy the beer, get a free gun. Is what it is.
It's a smaller 6-shooter, so it'll be okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6-pack, 6-shooter.
Right.
Everywhere else, they're taking one away from you. In Texas, it's the trinket. You
buy a 30-pack, you get a 30-06.
Ooh. Might just do that just for the. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
And it's all of the ones that have been taken from other states. They ship them right down, kind of like Amazon and the used packages where you could maybe buy an Alienware monitor at like $1,300 for very cheap. So beer and
$300.
Oh,
they're going to have the Yingling Lager, which makes up 75% of their sales, by the way. 75% of Yingling sales is just their lager. Then they also have their light lager, Golden Pilsner, and the Flight, which is their 95-calorie option. So I'm a big fan of the Yingling, America's oldest brewery.
Yingling Draft, solid.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's solid with a burger.
Oh, everything's solid with a burger except the poop the next day.
I was just gonna say.
Depends on the burger.
It's on the burger.
So the traditional lager Yingling ranks 78 out of the score. It comes in as an okay, and it's ranked 114 in Lager American Amber Red. So
What's
definitely, and it's ranked 48,540 of all the beers in the entire world.
48,000?
Yeah.
540. That's not a very good ranking if you think about it.
I mean, of all of them. So just to give everybody, maybe a goal of trying to get the best rated beer, according to Beer Advocate, Kentucky Brunch Brand Stout is rated the top beer in the entire world by Beer Advocate, and it's a stout American Imperial, kind of like that. And one of my favorite that I always rank number 1 is actually number 5, which is Heady Topper. So what I'll try to do is I'll try to locate some Heady Topper, and we'll talk about that sometime as well. Good stuff. So what do you think? Logan, you want to get into the whiskey of the week? Or does anybody else have any beer chatter that they want to talk about?
I had a Modelo's Chelada yesterday. It was pretty good.
Very nice.
Chelada.
Yeah.
Hey, Chelada is really good. I actually enjoy those.
I not to step on your alcohol talk, but I'm not much of a connoisseur. I really only drink single beers because I don't like necessarily drinking by myself. But anyway, neither here nor there. But I frequent a restaurant here in town called El Michoacano, which is one of the best Mexican restaurants I've ever had. And they're also a grocery store, and they've got so many different types of tall boys and Modelo and Tecate, and they've got this one Tecate Diablo, which is like, I know some folks aren't fans of the red beer with clam juice and stuff like that, but for me, chef's kiss. It's good.
But a lot of people, like the old timers that have drank for many, many years, they actually cut a lot of their beers with like tomato juice and stuff to,
little clamato.
Do you know what I last thing I'll say, one of the things I did with a beer once, I was in line buying a 6-pack many years ago, and this guy was like, "Hey man," never talked to this dude before in my life, comes over and say, "Hey man, you ever mix your beer with orange juice?" I was like, "What?"
Yes.
Get out of here, dude. Beer with orange juice. He's like, "Yeah, man, it's good." I was like, "Yeah, okay, crazy guy, whatever." So I get home and I'm like, maybe he's onto something. So I tried it. Best thing I ever had in my life.
Have you ever heard of the song Brass Monkey?
No.
That is
Funky Monkey?
Yeah, if you take a Colt 45 and drink to the label, put orange juice in it, it's a Brass Monkey.
Nice.
All right then.
Yep. And you could, just do them on the sidewalks is what we used to do. We used to just drink it down to the label, put the orange juice in, and just pound a 40 for breakfast. And I'm pretty sure that's true.
I feel a little bit like the kid at the adults table here, because I'll just be comedic relief because I'm out of my element when it comes to this high end stuff that you guys are drinking.
Right.
So
you don't. It's not about the excessive amounts of alcohol.
No.
But
hey, I will say this, by the way, if any of y'all are looking for the perfect drink for summer, whenever you're out, I don't know if you go on the boats or if you do anything else like that, if you're hanging out at a beach, whatever it is, the number one thing that I have absolutely found to drink at those times, super easy, because obviously you don't want to take glass on the boat with you because that could get really messy. If you drop it, one Miller Lite would be fantastic. But if you're more of a liquor style person, liquor, I don't even know her. But anyways, You can actually take a bottle of water, drink down to the label, same as what you were saying there, and that's roughly 2 ounces, and then find yourself some sweet tea vodka. Sweet tea vodka. And then you can take a Crystal Light packet, one of those little Crystal Light to-goes, dump it in there, either lemonade, raspberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade, whatever you want to, dump that in, top it back up with that sweet tea vodka, and cap it, shake it, and you're good to go, because then it's plastic. It doesn't matter. Throw them in the cooler. Nothing's going to break. And a couple of those on the lake. Just hope you're not driving the boat.
What was that word again? The fancy cheers?
Huh? Oh, yakada?
Yakada. I'm going to try to remember that by the end of the show. Yakada. And so we're going to finish up the beer segment with the only way that we know how. With, well, a cool little company called Drunk Engineers. You guys ever heard of them? You guys can go there, use code BEARDLAWS. It's just another excuse to drink, really. They got the pump action shotgun tool. You can get the original. You can get it in either white or black. And then we had some breaking news on Triple T that they are going to, I believe it was either this Friday or next Friday, they're going to do a limited run at noon on the slim pump action shotgun tool. So if you guys are into the White Claws, you guys are into any of that, stay tuned. It's going to be limited run. And as soon as I know about it, I'll make sure to post so everybody knows. You guys can use the code BEARDLAWS. If it doesn't work, then just pay full price. Got that Drunk Engineers flag. You got the t-shirt, the party essentials. And if anybody is there to brand rep, you guys can click there, sign up, read all about them. And Kevin was on the show with us last Tuesday because it was Joe's birthday, Joe Myers. He is a 35-year-old man that loves his birthday more than a 3 and a 5-year-old. So he talked about it for an entire month. We did a couple of shotguns. And if you don't know how it works, I might as well demo it for you.
Hey, Matt, how does that work?
So what you do is you tilt the can at an angle. This provides the pocket. Then when a lot of people think they're cool and they use the thumb and cut it or whatever, and then they drink their own blood, no judgment. But it's because there's a perfect air pocket in there that if you push hard enough, it will pop open. It's not magic or nothing. But with the Drunk Engineers, you're not gonna cut yourself. So at that angle, you push it down. You get a cool smoke. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you want, you can go ahead and run that back. And and then you can actually then push it forward. Hear that click. Then you rotate the actual tool, not the can. If you rotate the can, it's going to make a mess. Then you say, what is it again?
Yakida.
Yakida. So, and this isn't like another thing, but I bought the Cappy. All right, just an easy way to open the cans because I drink too many beers apparently, and my fingers are all messed up and it hurts. So I have the Cappy with the Drunk Engineers, and then you just open and go.
4, 5, 6. Oh, that was like 5.
And then there's a burp. But go over to Drunk Engineers.
Nice.
Ooh, that was for all of the people of the Talking Beards Network.
As my dad used to say, did you get any on you?
Oh,
here, I got you.
That's the best thing about having a big beard. If you did, you're going to see it. You're going to see it.
Soaks in.
I got you.
Thank you. Thank you. Ooh, 8.5 on the perp.
We'll take it.
We'll take that. So, that was the beer segment. Thanks to Beard Bro for another entertaining segment. And is there any spoilers that we're going to talk about for a beer next week potentially?
You know what? So next week, I'm actually looking at a sour. There's a sour here locally that I really want to share with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. I'm not going to, spoil it right now.
Perfect.
But I will say, if you're up for it, man, you should share that video. I just shot you a video in the chat there. This is the perfect way not to shotgun something.
Let's do it.
Yeah, why not, right? Because we're on topic.
Chug a sparkling water and not burp. Oh my gosh. What do I do?
And every time you watch it, it gets better. So.
It does too. That's good. That's good. You guys could all prevent that and just buy yourself a pump action shotgun tool from our dudes above the border. DrunkEngineers.ca. What I need to do is maybe this weekend, if anybody reminds me, what we'll do is we'll do a cool little segue, not only for the Beard Bro segment, but for the new Whiskey of the Week reveal. So, Logan, let's talk about what is the Whiskey of the Week.
I don't know, but that dude needs it. after hitting his head like that.
He needs some Tylenol.
He needs some Tylenol. You know what? He needs to be a man and just not try stupid shit like that.
Who drinks sparkling water, really?
Right? Yeah. Like, come on. Today,
How about Brandon introduces it in a cool voice,
nice.
Whiskey of the Week.
The whiskey of the week on Beard Laws.
Wow.
Heaven's Door, straight bourbon whiskey.
Anybody else just have like some blood flow problems?
Yeah.
I may last for more than 4 hours.
Why is it throbbing?
All right, this is the straight bourbon whiskey from Heaven's Door, co-collab, co-created by none other than Bob Dylan.
Yes.
Knocking, buddy.
Basically, what Bob says in his, if you go to the website, I can't remember what it is.
I was on reservebar.com.
The Reserve Bar has it, but if you go to I think it's heavensdoor.com or whatever, but they have a couple quotes from Bob. Basically, he's like, I'm Bob Dylan. I've been around the world. I've drank considerable amounts of whiskey. I know what I like. I got with these dudes. That's the website right there. I got with these dudes and I made some whiskey and it's really good whiskey. That's basically what he says in a nutshell. It might actually be right up on here. So location is the first one. U.S. There we go.
Go
to the top one right under location.
I want to be
You're from Tanzania.
Yeah, and I was born in '69,
Nice.
Summer of '69.
Well done.
Nice.
Noise.
All right. So, anyways, yeah. Keep going down. Keep going down. Oh, stupid pop-ups.
There we go.
So I typed
I like their
earlier.
packaging.
Typed earlier that I had the double barrel, but apparently I was wrong.
There we go. Here is the Heaven's Door straight bourbon whiskey, and distilled and aged its entire life in Tennessee. The whiskey is non-chill, filtered to preserve its mature flavors, unlike us. The result is smooth and lasting with notes of vanilla and baking spices layered over a bed of toasted oak. 92 proof, 46% alcohol per volume. And there it is. You guys can get it at heavensdoor.com. And anybody that is watching this from Heaven's Door or maybe even owns a liquor store, like our friends at Jerry's Liquor.
Jerry's Liquor.
Located in Patterson Street in Augsburg, New York. Make sure you guys go buy all your liquor there because that is the exclusive place where we buy our liquor for this show. So make sure you guys check them out. Jerry's Liquor, Patterson Street, Ogdensburg. It's good stuff. I'm telling you. And you can ask for Jerry. That's code for nothing.
Right.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you were seeing that picture you just showed with that Heaven's Door bourbon. Any of you guys cigar smokers?
I was a huge cigar smoker, and then I kind of don't have a way to get good ones anymore.
Sure.
So if you have, I heard there's the bearded cigarist or whatever it is on TikTok. He's got a couple great codes that'll actually ship them for whatever. If I think of it, I'll send you the link. But
please do, because I'm in the middle of nowhere.
yes,
But I'm basically 90 minutes from a place where I can actually buy good ones. But I've got about 20 upstairs in my homemade humidor, which actually
Nice. Make sure you guys tell when you go into there. Make sure you tell our dude Jeff at Jerry's that Beard Laws sent you. It's probably not going to save you anything, but we're working on a discount code. So did anybody else look at this picture though? Not notice the cigar, but notice the chair kind of looks like Oreos.
It does kind of look like Oreos.
You would have thought the fat man would have got that, but
That's where I thought you were going. I was like, he's going to talk about how it looks like Oreos, and you went cigar, which huge fan of cigars, and maybe we'll have an episode where we're talking cigars coming soon, Brandon. I feel like that should be a thing.
So with what Brandon was saying, like Brandon, what do you if you're to smoke a cigar, what do you smoke?
The cigar.
I'm not a connoisseur by any means, but I love cigars, and I've never smoked, anything that's like probably more than $30, but that's still a pretty, for most people who are like, wait, you spent $30 on a single stick? But my favorite is Arturo Fuente. But obviously, who doesn't like Arturo Fuente, but he has these curly heads, which are only like $4.35 a piece at the store that I buy them from. They're basically $5 a pop, and they're pretty decent, pretty mild, pretty good, and there's some decent ones. I also had one out of Connecticut. Oh God, what was it called? It wasn't like Gotham or something like that, but it was there was another one. I can't remember the name of it. That was really decent, but I basically went into the cigar store at one point and threw down like $90 and just grab bagged it and see what I was going to like and what I would enjoy. And there were some terrible ones and there was some good ones, and you can't really tell what you like until you do it, but
Sure. That's
You know what would be
that's-
funny would
That's
be
what I
if
do
you
at the
tried.
liquor store. I'm like, I got $150. I'll take that, and that.
Right.
So this is that guy's site. I found it real quick and I sent you the link, but it's Bearded Cigars. So he does a lot of hand rolled by and everything from him. You can talk about his story, what he has, anything from the mild, medium, full bodied, sampler packs, accessories, and some different stuff. So, like I said, he does a lot of his TikTok lives actually physically rolling them. So a lot of different stuff on here. He's a pretty good dude. He's funny and he's bearded. So yeah, you guys can come in here, check out the catalog. And he's just, he's got some decent stuff. You get a variety pack. You got the barber pole torpedoes, just a lot of different cool stuff. So if you guys are into cigars and some stuff, maybe what we'll do is we'll get a pack or two, courtesy of Beard Law, one of these days, and we'll talk about some stuff.
I had a cheap Cuban from cigar, by the way, a cheap Cuban cigar.
Oh,
Like I don't know, I don't really know too much about them all, but I know it was from Cuba because I know that my buddy's uncle, they were Cuban cigars. Wow, like strongest, worst cigar I've ever had in my life. But I wasn't ready for that because I don't smoke. And it kicked my ass. It kicked my ever-loving ass.
Yeah, that.
So naturally, I have to do it again someday.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a good thing.
Certainly
I know
that.
for me, it was relaxing, on a golf course, just kind of just a fun little relaxing thing. But we got sidetracked. Let's go back to the whiskey of the week,
Here you go, sir.
which is obviously Heaven's Door. We're gonna sample this, and what we're gonna do is Logan and the Beard Bro are gonna put together a list of some whiskeys, and we're gonna see, we're gonna potentially get some from here, and he's gonna try to kind of get the same ones, and then it's gonna work out where he's gonna get the same ones, and we're gonna get the same ones. Might be little bottles, might be bigger bottles, but we're gonna work out some stuff so we can do that. On reservebar.com, they said a little bit of a review on this, where the straight rye whiskey, obviously 92 proof, hand toasted oak cigar barrels from Vasquez, probably butchered that, but it's France. Maybe I have to say Vasquez. That's how I think I would talk if I was French. Gives the straight rye whiskey notes of orange peel. What is it? Coriander? Did I say that right? Coriander and a spice for a more approachable sip. So please drink responsibly is how it ends. So
they got jokes too.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna give this a smell. We'll see if we can pick up any of that, and we'll do a rating again. So last week we did. What was that? What did we do again last week? The one with the beard?
Oh, Bubba's.
Bubba's. We did Bubba's. I did a 4-1.
And I did a
Logan did a 5.0 rookie score. You can't change it.
Nope. I know. But after the show, I was like, I overrated this. It's good, but I cannot drink more than 2.
So what's in between a 4-1 and a 5? Like a 4-5?
Sure.
4.5, 4.6. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we'll go 4.55.
Ooh, 4.57. How about that?
Yes, 4.57. Perfect.
Yeah.
Was the Bubba's. And what we'll do is, if we remember, we'll put a running list of that. That sounded more Russian than French. Yeah.
So now here, I will say I tried finding this one today, the Heaven's Door, and I found out I cannot get it here in Arkansas, but I can drive just a few minutes north of me and get it in the Missouri, over the Missouri.
Which is weird because look at this on the bar reserve bar. It says Arkansas.
I think
no, you can get it shipped in.
What are you guys?
Here.
You guys AK or AR?
We're AR.
Yeah, and AZ
AK
there
is Alaska.
Yeah. But it's funny because we have it and it says it's not available in New York, so we're sneaky.
Yeah, so well, here's the thing: is like on Reserve Bar, right? You're getting that mailed to you. So different mail laws and all that other thing that can definitely play into it. But I know stuff that we can't get mailed here, we can actually buy in store, which is really crazy. But the cool thing is where I'm positioned at, I am literally the exact same distance from one liquor store in Arkansas to the other liquor store in Missouri that I frequent that has the absolute best selection. And
What's up, DNC?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, DNC, we're doing a new twist on the Thursday show. We're kind of doing more of a dude show. We're going to have whiskeys of the week. We were talking cigars, specialty beers. It's just an excuse for a bunch of great dudes to hang out. We got the Brandon J. McDermott news.
Where are they?
A bunch of great dudes. Yeah. What?
The viewers.
Oh,
the viewers. Dan C,
the viewers.
Bearded Boys Beef Jerky, Grim, Nick,
And Laura Bird.
Carl, Lasagna. Great name. All the great dudes in here. And if I miss Tynan, CT, the Blur, can't forget the Blur.
Right.
He's just like a blur, just like most of us after the show.
Right.
But let's go ahead. Let's do the smell thing with the mouth open.
By the way, it's pronounced Vosges.
Ooh, Vosges.
Nice. Smells good though, doesn't it?
Yes, you are a hard cider dude because you got this thing where you can't. I forget the one where you can't. You have like the wheat and stuff like that. Just like you were super pumped that the Oreos came out for was it celiacs with the gluten-free stuff. So yeah, maybe what we'll do is if you're ever available on a Thursday, come on and we'll review your favorite hard cider. We'll do that and we'll get some hard.
Man,
ciders.
that guy's a hard apple.
The dude and do that. All right, what do you smell? It smells like whiskey.
Smells like whiskey.
And the beard butter that I put on before the show. Got a strong scent of that. And yeah.
That was going to be my question was on the notes it says the straight starts with a nose of baked bread, buttered popcorn, and dried fruit. Do you catch any of those notes in there? Buttered popcorn, baked bread, and dried fruit.
I could get the dried fruit out.
I could get the dried fruit. I'm not smelling butter or bread.
Okay. All right.
I don't also.
Maybe that's because no one's buttered your bread today.
I'm a butter your bread. All right.
I'm gonna show you where the wild goose goes.
What is it again? Baklava. What is it? Why can't I remember that?
Yakida.
Yakida. Why can't I remember that?
Baklava. Okay.
No,
Baklava!
Nor
I
are
want
we
some
wearing
baklava.
a balaclava or whatever it's called.
Oh, sorry. You guys don't smell it here. Take a smell. Open the mouth. Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, it's so good.
I just can't. I don't know.
Drink it.
No, I was trying to pick up like something cool that all these people.
You'll pick it up when you taste it. It's called happiness.
Lasagna? I gotta ask. You're
It's
asking
lasagna.
about.
I've been called lasagna before.
Lasagna.
Yep.
So has there been a spicy whiskey before? There are definitely some peppery whiskeys out there, and when I say peppery, it's got a little bite to it, as if you're kind of tasting a little pepper spice. There's definitely some jalapeno infused whiskeys. Have you had that?
But is it more jalapeno infused flavoring, or is it actually got the capsaicin kick in it?
No, it actually has the capsaicin. Like it's actual. A lot of the times I've seen it with tequilas specifically. Are well known for infusing jalapenos, habaneros, things like that, and letting it sit for months at a time on a shelf, possibly even a couple of years, to absorb those oils and everything. But I feel like there's got to be some. I'm going to look it up really quick. There's got to be some great jalapeno whiskeys.
Sort of like pepper flavored whiskey. A long time ago. I can't remember what it was, and it was really good. But I mean, you feel it.
There's
absolutely.
Like crap or not crap, but like a lot of cheaper whiskeys that just burns all the way down here, like until it goes away. Like this stuff was good, except it burned all the way down here and it didn't go away because the flavor was still there. It was very odd. It was good though. I mean, I probably drank more than one, I'm sure.
So somebody had a question. Do you not add a drop of water to bring out the flavors?
You can. It's like adding ice.
Yeah, so whenever you add water to a whiskey, I mean, it definitely does open it up a lot. But Logan, tell me how your process is. But usually, whenever I'm trying something, especially if it's a brand new whiskey that I've never had before, I will end up taking the glass first, just straight as it is, bottle to glass, and then eventually I will add a little bit of water to the next glass. Maybe taste that just a little bit, and you don't want a lot of water. You don't want to like put it under the tap and turn it on and just like blast a little shot in there. You actually just want to take, if you have like a straw or something, you really just want to take 5-6 drops total and just drip it in there just to lightly open that up. The water is going to react with the different flavors within there and the different chemical compound, and it's going to open it up. And I promise you, if you actually pay attention, whenever you pour a glass of whiskey straight versus if you add just a little bit of water to it, if you're really paying attention, you will notice a difference in the smell and the flavor.
Yeah. If I am trying a new one, be it I'm home or in a good standing restaurant / dive bar, anything new, always neat. And then the problem is if you put ice in it, if you're at a bar, you put ice in it, the ice is too small and it melts too quick.
Yep.
That's why obviously they have those round or square cubes that fit glasses like this. but then you gotta drink it.
Yep.
You can't let it sit there and water down. Nothing worse than like getting caught up in a movie or a conversation and then looking over and all of a sudden your whiskey went from this much to this much because the ice melted and you're like, well, I can't. Then you just shoot it all.
Yeah. Then your $12 whiskey became something that was completely watered down and not bad, but not enjoyable.
Not enjoyable. Yeah, you got to go neat. Usually, like if I'm adding ice, it's usually I'm later at home with a beer, sitting down watching a movie or a ball game. But
so I feel
most of the time I'm going clean.
I feel like if I drink too much of this, I might end up just naked, blowing in the wind. Might be in like, hey, I didn't want to get in trouble. It ain't me, babe. And then, you know what I mean? I might get too drunk, like white girl wasted, just like a woman. I would positively on 4th Street need one more cup of coffee. A hard rain's gonna fall because who knows? Logan might get drunk and accidentally pee on me. And he just might be, lay, lady, lay. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm a dude. And I don't want to be knocking on heaven's door because I drank too much. And I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not Corey, and I'm not going to wear my sunglasses at night because it's not dark yet. And then I'm going to look down there, and I'm going to smell Logan in the idiot wind. And then, he's going to be like, you're a joker, man. And then I'm just going to shelter from the storm, go to bed, and I think we should probably rate this whiskey.
Good Lord, that was wonderful.
Yeah, I just made that up.
Did you though? Yeah.
I mean, I just looked at all the Bob Dylan songs, and that's what came out of my mouth.
That was... You need to put that on TikTok right there. Just pull that clip and just throw it on there. Done.
It started with him getting drunk and me peeing on him. I was like, where the fuck is he going with this?
I didn't know.
I don't like this story.
And then I was going to circle back to some other ones, but
choose your own adventure sucks.
I did forget about the hurricane. I did. Yep. And we could have kept going, and then we could have talked about the visions of Johanna, and then it was just going to continue to get weird. And I figured it couldn't have got much more weird.
Let's hop off the wagon wheel, bud. Drink your drink.
Yeah. No, I've been doing a thing.
Which, by the way, wagon wheel was not originally Darius Rucker. In case you didn't know, millennials, come on now.
So we went to a Old Crow Medicine Show concert. The wife and I in Cooperstown. It was fantastic, but they were doing Dylan's. They were doing Dylan's album. Why can't I think of it?
I feel like that's a movie in itself right there, doing Dylan's album.
So I've seen it twice.
What? I can't remember the album they were doing, but anyways, it was the Blue Album or whatever they call it. So they played Wagon Wheel, right, which is a Dylan song. Then the next one, there are these guys. I don't want to say rednecks, but they're fucking rednecks, and like they were cool, but you could just tell they had no idea. They were there to see this country band. And so Old Crow was playing. Towards the end, they play Wagon Wheel. And they're like, oh, I love this song, man. And one of them kind of mentions like the Darius Rucker song. And we're like, Molly and I are like, what the hell? Then they play Knocking on Heaven's Door. And they're like, dude, they will cover anybody. Yeah. And we're like, what? And of course, we look over. One of the guys has a tore up Guns N' Roses wife beater on, tank top, shorty shorts, and we're like, oh, okay, this makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Facts, Amanda. Facts.
Tynan was at that show. We might have actually seen each other, Tynan. I think we did, didn't we? That show was good.
Yeah.
That's my wagon wheel.
All right, so Logan, are we ready for a ranking?
Sure.
He's already moved on to Miller Lite. That's fantastic.
I got two hands. I don't like them to be empty.
Notice my glass was empty a while ago, so I ended up having to add some American barrels from last week. So
I'm ready for my score, I think.
Okay.
You want me to go first? I went first last time. You want me to go first?
Yeah,
again?
Fair.
To be fair.
This is one of my favorites that I've had in the last year. I'm going to go. Man, it's up there. I'm going to go with an 8.7.
Oh.
There's very few that I've had.
Okay.
That I remember that I've had. Like I've had other really good stuff in other bars, but I don't remember what it is. Anything that I've had in my house, this is probably top 4 or 5. So I'm going with an 8.7.
Okay. I'm going 6.1 from Highway 61 Revisited.
Oh, well done, sir.
6.1. Lock it in. lock it in. So
Yucky da.
to be on the show, but
yeah, he his people said they'd get a hold of my people, and then my people turns out to be just me.
well,
and,
he's sleeping
he did.
now. He's old.
He's a little bit out there, but maybe he'll. Yeah, wow, yeah, the 8.7.
Why the discrepancy in between the scores? Why don't
I think
you
it's
like
good? And me personally, like I'm even when I do the beard reviews, like I'm a really hard judge, and I don't have a lot of whiskeys. Like I'm not a big whiskey guy. So for me, if I could play the like the Highway 61 Revisited, that's why I want to do the 6.1. Little Bob Dylan, and it leaves a lot of room because I feel like there's a lot of great whiskeys out there, and I don't want to go too high. You know what I mean? Because now, like Logan, he set the bar high. That's one of his favorite. But then when the beer bro pops in, and he throws like 10 other ones that he hasn't had, that's going to be tough. You know what I mean? They could still be 8.7s, 8.8s, 9s, but
this one right here. Whenever, if you haven't had Angel's Envy yet, bro, get ready to have that 10 blown out of the water.
There's no such thing as a perfect whiskey.
It's all to each their own.
True, and that's the best part about it. And I can't wait to eventually line up a whiskey where we can do that. And yeah, he's double fisted. That was his nickname in high school.
No, it was not.
Oh.
It was a one-time thing.
So yeah, that was whiskey of
Heaven's Door.
That was whiskey of the week. I don't know if anybody has any closing things they want to talk about this whiskey or the whiskey. Again, guys, if you happen to be in the northern New York area, stop into Jerry's liquor store, Patterson Street.
I just want to say that Logan was known as double fisted, and Matt said he was naked blowing in the wind earlier. There's a lot going on that we haven't really dissected.
We live in a very lonely area, I guess.
Yeah, and I mean he is the one out of the two of us that got arrested for public urination and made the police blotter. So
really,
out back of a lesbian bar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought there would be 3 or 4 other guys in the whole building, and every single one of them was either in the bathroom or in line, and I had to go. So I went out back, found a tree across the street at one of our other local establishments. A fight breaks out. Cops pull up. I'm sitting there just peeing, watching the fight. Oh, this is interesting. Then all of a sudden, cop pulls into the driveway where I am behind. And instead of breaking up the fight where bottles are being smashed all over each other, they decide to arrest me for peeing. So they're like, sir, turn around. I'm like, hold on. I'm almost done. Sir, turn around.
You don't want that.
So I turned around a little bit. I said, do you want me to pee on your car? Because they were literally a couple of feet away from me. And so they wrote me a ticket as the fight is still going on. 2 cops, both with flashlights. Apparently, I was more of a show than the fight.
Yeah, and he actually took the clipping and put it on a beer mug.
A friend of mine took the clipping, and we lived together at the time, and she taped it to the inside of a beer mug that was, I don't know, a good 8-9 inches tall, and I still have it to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Officer, my eyes are up here.
Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what happened. Yeah, let's just throw this out here, a little selfless plug, because why not? We're allowed to do that every once in a while.
Do it.
You guys should check out the Mustache Mate. It's available on mustachemate.com. And you're going, what the hell is a Mustache Mate? Well, the Mustache Mate is the world's only, the world's only device with a patent for utility and design that you can actually raise your mustache while you eat, so your mustache is clean. Some people are using it on Instagram, TikTok, and they're doing blind reactions. People that I've never seen before, people that I had sent some, they bought some of my dudes like CT and Laura has one that might show up at some point overseas, and they've all tried it, and it's been a perfect review so far. It's really weird. Somebody today also got theirs. They got the yellow one, and they tried a what was it? What food was it? I don't know. I just watched it.
A banana.
No, it was something.
Tapioca.
It was something that was pretty messy and no problems at all. So you guys check it out, mustachemate.com. Available in black, orange, and yellow. Only $9.99.
I am in awe of that gentleman's mustache. That is.
He calls that the L. Was it the L?
Yeah, that's Robert Baker, the 2020 National Mustache Champion, and he calls his mustache Elliot.
Because that's a good Sam Elliott mustache right
Yep.
there.
So
that's better than Sam Elliott. Sam Elliott should call his mustache that guy.
Yes, I agree. He is an awesome dude. He actually is very new to TikTok, and he's getting some good following. So,
and the mustache mate will make sure you don't get whiskey in your mustache.
Yeah, he bought it so much he bought 2. Can't wait for you to get yours as well. And yeah, seriously, thanks. Yeah, that is a mighty mustache. Yep. So thanks everybody that has supported it and everybody that will. Mustachemate.com. That's cool. All the money is hopefully someday going to go to my daughter when we become a millionaire because we sell 1 million of them. And then she can go to college. She'll probably still have to take out a loan because I'm going to be too cheap to pay for it. But anyways, we're approaching the end. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about, or do we want to cover one baseball article?
Ooh, baseball.
There's one that I know Logan wanted to talk about. We can do that one, or we could talk about. What I'll do is I'll give you guys 2 choices. There was a guy from New York, who's a New York writer, who wrote a book that talked about the whole Astros cheating thing, and he has evidence to confirm that Jose Altuve did not cheat. He was one of the ones that did not cheat, even though he's getting a lot of the flack or obviously the MLB doctoring scandal with the whole, with the Garrett Cole interview and everything coming up. So, yeah, that's what do you guys want?
Well, I mean, I'll let you guys choose, but I haven't heard of the second one. I want to hear about
the doctoring of the ball.
Yeah, I guess
Dr. Ball. What?
Dr. Balls. Yeah. What's the stuff that they're using? It's the spider tag.
Dr. Ball.
What is it, Logan?
It's like a what? Yeah.
Is it spider tech?
It's basically.
Yeah, it's spider tech. Yep.
Basically, and Major League Baseball just wants, without getting into details, we'll do it quick because we're running out of time. Major League Baseball wants to get rid of the pitchers doctoring baseballs. The spitball started out years and years ago. The spitball, basically, you get a good lather. Pitchers realized that the ball would move with globs of spit, so you can also get better grip. You can get better grip if your hand, you're playing in grass and dirt, whatever, and get better grip on your fingers. So it started back in the early 1900s. They would just go like that, which you can't even lick your fingers on the mound anymore. Once you have the ball, whatever. If you're on the
what
mound,
about when pitchers would put stuff on their helmets? Or...
So you got the pine tar. Pitcher was just ejected from a game 2 weeks ago for having some.
Would you say he was ejected early?
That's good
nice.
I was about to say So the pitchers were playing in the dirt with some sticky things, and a couple of years ago, Michael Pineda from the Yankees had a big old brown glob of stuff right here. So he'd throw every couple times, just go and itch himself. Well, then one of the other managers was like, "What the fuck? Look at his neck." And he had this shiny maple syrup glob basically on his neck. So, of course, he got ejected. So it started out with spitballs. It's now made its way to like pine tar and this special substance and Anaheim Angels.
Oh, his webcam's down.
Where'd it go?
Or Anaheim Angels clubhouse manager for the opposite team who'd worked for the Angels for like 30 plus years. He got let go last year for selling a certain substance to opposing teams. Everybody knew about it, including the Angels. Nobody cared. Major League Baseball found out. They went after him. But it's gone as far in the 70s and 80s as to pitchers having ways to cut the base. They would cut the baseball. They'd have it in their hat. They'd have it in their gloves. So they'd catch it, pick the ball, rub it in, cut it. So it makes the ball do crazy things. So MLB is like trying to cut down on it.
Yep, and the latest one, so the richest pitcher of all time is Garrett Cole, who now plays for the Yankees, was a Pirate. He was asked, have you ever used spider tack while pitching? And Garrett Cole paused, says, I don't know. He said, I don't know. I don't quite know how to answer that, to be honest.
Which means yes.
It was a fair question, also has a fair response, but a better one might have been yes, and has just about everyone else because the league and the teams tolerate it in some cases actually encourage it. So he more or less spent his entire press conference just talking about questions about that. And then Trevor Bauer jumped in, who's just, a very vocal person in there. And I mean, there's always been cheating in baseball. Everybody knows it. He was just one that, was there, and a lot of people around the league are using sticky stuff to make their fastballs have more lift. And if you're not using it, you should consider it because you're kind of behind. So Commissioner Rob Manfred, apparently, there's all sorts of things where he more or less isn't penalizing it. He's kind of for it because he's, wanting to see the pitchers kind of have more of an advantage and, change the game up a little bit with all the, I don't know. That's just, there's kind of a whole thing about that, but there's been a lot of interviews, a lot of conversation, and even, who was the second to last no-hitter? I forget the guy and what team it was, but he had, they caught him the last couple of games. He would put something on his glove. They presumed it was the spider tack, and he would just hit it every single pitch. It was a fastball, more or less. He would hit his glove, get it on there, and just have a little bit extra, movement on it. So
if you're able to get movement with spit, what's not to stop you from wiping your arm with sweat?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or, I mean, like, obviously this is obvious, but you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
But pitchers have been accused of like,
can't you go like this and take your hat off and put your hat back on? All of a sudden your hat's soaked with sweat, right?
Yep.
So
you may not have anything under here, but it's soaked with sweat, right?
Right.
I don't think so, yeah.
They could get called out on doing that. If they had took their glove on like that. On the other hand, if the opposing manager said something and they think it's warranted that he's been doing it too much, they could eject him.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird.
Wasn't there? I can't remember the guy, but come on, Roscoe. There was a guy that
Roscoe.
You get one of these over the eyebrows. One of these over the eyebrows.
Yep.
Get the sweat there too. Yeah.
You could easily hide it anywhere.
Yep. But that was a brief little baseball segment. The Beard Bro, he lost his camera.
You know what? I have no idea what happened over here. I feel like I was using it earlier for a video shoot, and perhaps it just decided it hates me. So who knows?
Is that a premium video shoot?
Back.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's back. You did it.
I shut it off for a while and let it charge up, so I probably got like 5 minutes left.
5 minutes.
Whatever.
Well, either way, we're gonna go ahead. We're a little past the time, and it's been another great episode. So thanks to you dudes for being a part of it. The kitty is definitely still.
Thanks to Roscoe as well.
Yes, Roscoe.
Hey, Roscoe.
Now the show is there for Welsh 102.
Snuggles.
Nasta.
So for lasagna, never understood why they draw a line in the dirt with a bat. Most players will do it to find the exact spot, kind of where they want their feet in the batter's box, or for distance from the other side of the plate. It's kind of the same thing.
Yep. But yeah,
some will spell pitchers, and batters also will spell things like motivational things, either religious or mental, whatever.
Thanks, Tynan. Yeah, this has been a great episode. Again, thanks to everybody that has watched it. Thanks to you dudes for being a part of it. All of the people that we mentioned in here are just great company. So if you guys have the means, make sure you support them. If you don't, that's cool. Thanks for supporting us. We greatly appreciate every single one of you. And we're going to be back next week, episode 87. We're going to continue this. And we got a sour beer to talk about. We got some Brandon McDermott news. And we're going to have another whiskey of the week.
Yes.
So hopefully you guys like it. And if you guys have any whiskeys that you want us to try, make sure you guys shoot us a message on the post. Obviously, you got the Beard Bro. You got Brandon J. McDermott. Logan really doesn't have anywhere social media. So go ahead and message Beard Laws when we do the post. Give us some suggestions for the whiskey of the week or anything else. And again, thanks, everybody. Look at this great feedback. I love it. I love it.
Sour beer, man. I don't know. The wifey drinks the IPAs. She loves the IPAs. I'm not a huge fan. I can drink them with a steak. Sour beer. I wish we had the same one to try too.
Yeah. He said 5 minutes. That was 30 seconds. But either way, we've all been there.
Yeah.
I know, right?
You got to charge longer to get more than 30 seconds, bud.
Yeah. So as Laura says, Nasta, everybody. We'll see you guys not only on Thursday at 9 p.m., but we'll also be back Triple T 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's not Joe's birthday anymore, so you guys can come over, episode 37. Maybe we'll have something cool lined up. Maybe we'll just do the same normal stuff.
Do I say the whiskey of the week right now, or do we leave it?
No. If you guys want to see the whiskey of the week, make sure you guys come back to the show next Thursday.
Let's do if someone wants. What do we do if someone wants to try and find it so they can drink with us?
Ooh.
Maybe
we'll
we'll release it the day before.
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday, or or should we do it on TikTok Tuesday?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll probably forget, but yeah, let me know. Let me know. Remind me, and then what we'll do is obviously you guys get your list together. We'll talk backstage for a little bit. But thanks to everybody. You guys are amazing. Have a great rest of your Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Then it's the weekend. Yay. So if you guys want to sip on a whiskey, you know the ratings of 2 of the whiskeys that we have personally tried. Check them out. And again, thanks Jerry's Liquor. Thanks Finlay Hats. Thanks Drunk Engineers. Thanks Mustache Mate. Thanks Logan. Thanks Brandon. Thanks the Beard Bro. Thanks all you amazing people. Yeah. Goodbye. Stay beardish, my dudes. And yeah, have a great rest of your night. Bye, everybody. Stay safe. Stay bearded. Bye.